Monday, Los Eslotes. My name's Catherine, and I am 11 years old. This is my journal. I am going to write in it every day while I'm on a cruise in Mexico Sea of Cortez. Last night, we boarded ship Seabird at La Paz. We met other passengers at dinner after we went to bed. The ship left the harbor and sailed through the night. When we awoke this morning, we were near a small island called Los Azotes. We could hear a lot of noise coming from the island. There were many chattering birds and barking sea lions. We had to have a safety drill before going to the island. The captain explained what we should do if there were an emergency. All of us had to practice putting on our life jackets. I met a nice boy named Peter, and he is 10 years old. In order to get close to the island, we had to ride in inflatable rubber boats. We were able to get very close to the sea lions. There were hundreds of them. Some were sleeping on the rocks while others played in the water. Then came the best part. We were allowed to snorkel and swim with the sea lions. They were very friendly and playful. I loved it. One of the young ones swam up to me and said hello to me to say hello. It was a great day. Tuesday, Half Moon Bay. When I woke up this morning, I looked out my cabin window. I saw a beautiful white sand beach. The sea was calm, clear, and blue. The sun was shining brightly. We had sailed a Half Moon Bay in Isla San Francisco. The ship's crew had been up early. They had taken a lot of kayaks to the beach for us to use after lunch. At lunch, we met other kid, James. We were both excited about kayaking after a quick boat trip. We were on the beach. We were given a brief kayak lesson, and then we picked out our kayaks. Some were for two people, others were single-seaters. I went with mom in a two-seater. I sat in front. My mother's very strong, so we are soon whizzing along the top of the water. It was great, but my arms soon got tired. I left it to mom to get us back. After kayaking, I played with Peter and James on the beach. We made a huge sand castle and had swimming races. In the in the evening, we had dinner on the beach. The crew built a bonfire and we all gathered around. We ate hamburger with fish tacos. Tacos. Afterward, we toasted marshmallows on the bonfire and mixed more. After everyone was full, and we had to sing along. A few people had brought guitar. They played a popular song and everyone joined singing. It was a perfect end to a perfect day. Wednesday is the San Jose. When I awoke this morning, we hadn't stopped anywhere. Was just sailing. This was because we were on lookout for whales. I learned there are many different types of whale in Sea of Cortez. I hoped that we might see some of them. Later in the morning, we saw an island in the distance. It was It is Los Angeles. We were going ashore there. The, sh- the rocks on the island were pretty orange color. There were fossils of shells in the rocks. We even saw a fossil of a turtle that had died thousands of years ago. We went on a long hike. I saw a big bug on a flower. I took this photo. The bug is called tarantula wasp. I saw a bird repeatedly flying to a cactus. I quietly sat down to watch. The birds were feeding its babies. It made a nest in the hole of the cactus. When we got back to the ship, a surprise was waiting. The captain invited Peter, James and me to the ship's bridge. The captain showed us instruments, explained how they worked. He even let each of us steer the ship. We were looking out for whales, but there were still no signs of any. We hope that we will be luckier tomorrow. Thursday, dolphins. Breakfast this morning was interrupted by the captain let us know that there were dolphins close by. Everyone left half-eaten cereal, eggs and bacon and rushed out onto the deck. People were looking out to sea, their binoculars and cameras. Soon there were hundreds of dolphins surrounding the ship. They seemed to be as curious about us as we were about them. The dolphins were very graceful. They swam so fast and jumped out of the water as as they sped along. 6 or 7 dolphins swam right in front of the ship. They seemed to enjoy being pushed along by above the ship. A marine mammal is perched on a cruise tower. Dolphins were swimming rapid- rapidly to get a round-up fish to eat. There were many gulls and pelicans diving into the sea so catch be disturbed by the dolphins. In the evening, we watched a movie on a cool old DVD player. I, it couldn't have been a better day. Friday, Wales, Catalina Island. It happened today. We saw whales. We were cruising along when I saw a kind of fountain in the distance. "What's that out there?" I asked one of the cruise sea animal experts. "It's a whale spout," he answered. "Great job. I'll ask the captain to head for it." Soon we were next to the biggest creature on earth, a blue whale. It's not just one of them, but a pair. They seemed happily to be swimming next to the ship. They were huge, 80 feet long. It was very exciting to hear them breathe out blowholes. One of them would dive down underwater. We timed how long to stay under. It was about 8 minutes. We could then calculate it when it would surface again. We had just enough time to run inside and get an ice cream cone before the whale surfaced again. We watched the whale for a long time, but soon we had to leave them. We were going to Catalina Island. We landed on a pebble beach in Catalina Island in the afternoon. Peta found the shell some dead turtle. They were very creepy because their heads were still attached. They looked alive, but they didn't have any eyes. Saturday, Santa Rosalia and Teresa. I was woken up very early this morning. The sea was enough. was very rough, and the ship was tossing and turning on the big waves. It was a little scary, but Dad assured me that the ship was safe. At breakfast, everyone looked tired. The movement of the ship on the big waves was the reason that nobody had slept much. The sea was calmer when we pulled in the harbor at Santa Rosalia, the small town where the ship stopped to pick up supplies and fresh water. Santa Rosalia was once a mining town, although there is no longer mining. There are lots of deserted buildings and rusty equipment still around. In the afternoon, we sailed on landed at Isla Rasa. Every spring, hundreds of thousands of seabirds nest on this island. We had arrived at the perfect time because the birds had just arrived on the island the day before. Birds are mainly hermit, gulls, elegant terns, and royal terns. The noise they make is deafening. We had to walk very carefully to make sure we didn't step on any nest or eggs. Sunday, Bahia de Los Angeles, Belgium first. Today was our last day on the ship, and riding this at the airport while waiting for the plane to take us home. This morning, we went ashore Bahia de Los Angeles. Wa- We were buses waiting to take our Belgium first. I didn't know what Belgium was, but I soon found out. Belgium is a most particular tree. It looks like an upside-down carrot. It's very, very tall. There were hundreds of these trees in the desert forest. We hiked for a mile or so into the Belgian forest. I love the Belgian because I had never seen anything quite like them. I had always thought of the forests as dark, shady places. In the afternoon we sailed toward our last stop, Plymouth. On the way we were very lucky because we saw many marine mammals. It was as if they had all come to say goodbye. We see four fin whales swimming together. They are the second largest whale in the ocean. A little while later, eight paddle whales swam along the ship. They were very small. It was fun watching them jump out of the water. Finally, a friendly dolphin and a pelican stopped to say farewell. This is the end of my cruise journal. I will always remember this wonderful vacation with new friends that I have made.